Morning everyone, welcome to Marky Big Smoke. Thanks for joining me, really appreciate it. So there's the curved pathway, walking all the way around here. I'll take you round and we shall get basically wherever there's a bed, at the top of each bed. So for example here, this is part of the pathway. I'm going to form a mini swale here. See, there's a large bed there. There's another large bed here with annual weeds and stuff growing on at the moment. A bit of couch grass which I haven't managed to cover over yet or get out. There'll be another bed here. Well, this is the bed. So there'll be another swale, mini swale here, a ditch. The earth will be formed on top of there. And then these pathways all have to be done. Now what I was thinking actually, was starting in the middle, which is this one. That is the ultimate middle path, guys, on my plan. I'm halfway down the plot and I'm looking right to left, upside down as you saw it on the plan. So I'm going to start here today and here, and I'm going to see if I've got enough material, wood chips, to lay on top of here later today. I've got to get rid of some of these perennials, the couch grass that I never removed when I was making this bed. So I'm going to try my best to do that and cover it with cardboard. Could be a long day today, but let's get started. Right guys, I'm not sure if this is clear what I've done here, but I have begun to dig a swale around these two beds here in the middle on the pathway. And a swale is basically a ditch on one side and a mound on the other. Now there is a technical name for the mound which I shall put up on the screen. Can't quite remember what it's called now, but anyway, you can see there the two beds in the middle and the pathway down the middle. I've just put the bamboo sticks in, bamboo canes, just to show you there is a gentle slope. And as I draw back there, you can see it a bit more. You should be able to see that it's definitely sloping down. By the way, I just used that little small mattock to dig that trench, and then I use this kind of a hoe, I don't know what they're called, this one, and then the rake. That's all I've done for that. That bed there, I've created a ditch with a slope on the pathway. By the way, the slope shouldn't show up once you've got your wood chips in. Right, and then you've got on each head of the head of each bed, I've got the mound which I shall shape off once I've got some cardboard on it. Even the pathway down the middle there, I'm going to leave that in because I want the pathway to become damp as well. So this is my attempt, guys, to do a swale, and then the head of that bed there, I've done the same. So when we level it off with wood chips after the cardboard, I'm going to put cardboard down, guys, because I don't want weeds coming up. When we level off with the wood chip, you should see a level pathway. I doubt if I've got enough wood chip, but this is the plan. I thought I'd start in the middle, see what's happening. So we'll crack on with the next bit, remove the canes and start preparing the cardboard, removing the tape from the cardboard, and then we'll bring you back. So there you see, guys, I've laid the cardboard in the trench. We've got the top of the curve going around these two beds. I've dug the trench in. Basically this is going to form a swale. No idea if it will work this way round, but the idea is we fill this with wood chips and mulch to stop the weeds coming through on the pathway, and then we level off the wood chips around here to form a path. I've got a lot of wood chips I've brought from home that I've basically shredded at home with shredder, and I've picked some up from the site here that were going free as well. Not exactly wood chips, just mulch. They don't go very far, but let me see what's going to happen. Hopefully this will stop the mulch. I mean, these will go down. This is mulch. This is wood chips and stuff from the site, which is mixed up with leaf mould. So this is going to go down here. Still hot. Don't know if you can see that. I'm going to need all of this, guys, so, you know. Oh dear me. They can stay at the bottom. This will tread down, I'm pretty sure. Sorry about facing my way from you guys, but I'm just raking it this way. Just treading along this ditch. Okay, so we've got a pathway which should flatten out to the right hand side as we follow it around there, and that is going to be the swale that where the water gathers and slowly seeps into the beds on the right. We've got this bed here, and we've got that bed there which I've got some seedlings in at the moment just for winter. Coming round the top of those two beds, I've got this pathway which I dug last week, and I've made a swale and which will collect water at the top of each bed, hopefully, in the end. I'm hoping that the idea is when it rains in the spring, it won't dry out as much, the beds won't dry out because the water will slowly seep in through the beds. There's a gentle slope from top of the plot to the bottom. I'm hoping this will help retain moisture and it will slowly seep through those beds. Here's where I finished yesterday. I put some wood on overnight anyway. Stop the foxes. There's the edge of the cardboard. Now I'm going to continue all the way around there, which is the other half of the curved pathway, till we get down that end, and it will join and meet the beds that I've already done on the right, which in fact I've only done one bed there, but all that, when all that wood comes off, it's going to seamlessly merge from bed to path organically. That's the idea, guys. Let's get on with the next bit. That's the cardboard down. Next step is to give that a thorough watering. Which I'm going to do now. I know it's going to rain probably today, but let's just make sure. Right guys, I'll bring you back when I've done a bit more. Well, that's the last of the mulch. So I'm thinking it will. I mean, this is going to tread down like nothing. Right guys, that's that task finished. So all the way up here we've dug a trench on this pathway into the soil, raked it up that end. What that is going to do is going to allow the water to collect in this area. We've got a berm that will be developing on this side, on the inside. That forms the beds anyway. And then we've got leaf mould, basically leaf, we've got wood chips, and we've got some mulchy stuff that was just general stuff that nobody really wanted in the main collection area. And I brought a lot of stuff from home as well. So in all, we've got this lovely pathway about 2/3 done at the moment, I think. Up the sides it will be an organic merging from bed to pathway when I get things cracking next year. I'm going to work on it all the time this autumn, by the way. These bits of wood you see, any bits of wood that you can see, all that will be going once I've mulched over all the beds, and we've got an organic permaculture style evolving plot with beds that I can plant in. So that's the plan. Let me go and get you, bring you back, and I'll walk you around the pathway now. Here's the curved pathway, guys, with the small corner bed this side, the large bed that side. Anyone visiting my plot will come in here, my borrowed plot at the moment, and will seamlessly walk onto this pathway. You've got the bed there, and you'll be able to walk round. There's another pathway, narrow pathway going up there. Then you've got part of a bed there once that sunflower's gone. By the way, I'm saving the sunflower seeds. Thanks for everyone who's noticed the sunflowers. And there'll be another bed this side. Back round the bed, this joins onto what I completed yesterday. The path is curving round. All this went down yesterday. And it comes round to this bed here, where it stops here. It stops on the corner of this bed at the moment. So I've got the remaining curve to do down to that corner. And from the other side of the south side of the plot, I'm standing right on the corner of the junction where the curved pathway starts. You've got the bed to the right, which I made out of the space left by the raised bed that I took down. I'm going to step down into there. None of this is mulched yet or cardboarded. A small mini pathway up that way. There'll be a mini pathway down here. As we come past the bed, we're beginning to get where I did the cardboard and mulch yesterday. The worms are going to absolutely love this, guys. They're already breaking down the cardboard under one of the beds. I can see them coming through. They are going to love it. And walking around to this side. Beds on the right, beds on the left. This is going to be filled at the edges with flowers. Guys, I've got no idea whether this is going to work, to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to call this area, but it's beginning to evolve into an area which is more than just a plot. As you can see, lots of curves. It's a permaculture style area of land which I'm trying to develop. It's not a natural area, it's just a piece of land left for use by local residents. So I can't watch what happens in the natural landscape because not much is happening. It's a flat piece of land. So in the sense of permaculture, I'm limited to what I can do in terms of observations, although I am making observations all the time. All this wood will be gone. You'll have natural undulations where pathways meet beds. And yeah, I think the worms are going to absolutely love this stuff. But let's see. Do we want worms in the pathways? I've no idea. Think of it like a forest floor, guys. A forest floor. This is what I'm trying to recreate, aren't I? A forest floor. And that's a pathway. That's part of permaculture, making a living forest. So in my own way, I'm learning as I go along, and it's developing, it's evolving, it's progressing. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that little exercise. I hope you're beginning to visualize how I want this plot, this area. I don't want to call it a plot anymore, guys. Do you know that? Just realize I don't want to call it a plot. I want to call it something, but I don't know what. This area, I hope you've enjoyed what I've done in this area today, and come back and see what I'm doing again soon, guys. Will it work or will it not work? We don't know.